Hey, so good evening, Kim. How are you?
I'm good.
It's wonderful, wonderful. How's your week been?
Pretty good.
Okay.
I went to an orchestra concert with my mother tonight.
Okay, and how was that?
It was pretty good.
Okay. So since the last time we talked, what's been better?
Not a lot, actually.
Tell me a little bit more.
Well, since my brother has been back from Africa, he's been helping my dad and everything. And he was talking to my mom the other day and telling her that her and my dad should split up because, everything is better without her there, and it's a lot nicer up there not having to deal with like all of her problems and everything, and that her dad should just stay separated.
Wow, so how did that make her feel?
It made her feel pretty bad. I mean, because she was chatting with him on Facebook, and she was chatting with my dad at the same time, and telling him what my brother was saying, and he was saying that wasn't true, and that things definitely weren't better and stuff. So I don't know. She just had a really rough day that day, but she said that she's trying to overlook it and get better.
It was at least your parents are communicating. That's a plus. That's a plus that he didn't agree with your brother, which was a good thing because that would have really hurt her if your father agreed with you. Well, how did that make you feel?
It made me really sad. She was telling me this during the orchestra concert, and I started crying. But it's just really sad because to see how far my brother has gone and how disrespectful he's gotten. And it's really sad because my mom is not going to go home for Thanksgiving. So it's going to be a lot different without her there. And I don't know, it's just really sad.
How do you think your other siblings feel about it? Or what they feel about, her not coming home for Thanksgiving?
My brother and one of my older sisters probably think it's for the better, but, me and my two younger siblings and another one of my older sisters, I think we're all disappointed that she's not going to be there because it's just going to be a lot different.
I can understand how that would be, very different. All these years you guys have been together, and then, this year is really different because of all that's going on. And it must be really hurtful to see that any of your siblings would actually feel that it's better that your mother isn't there with you guys, So, I know last week we spoke a little bit about ways that you could improve dealing with the situation with your mother, and as far as being able to tell her how you felt about, her, I guess, telling you everything about their relationship that was going on. And we talked about actually practicing being honest with other people or telling them what they need to hear versus what they wanted to hear themselves. Have you actually practiced that?
A little bit. With my friend that I am constantly helping with his quizzes and everything, he wanted me to help him with this big test that he had in that class, and I told him that I had a lot of studying to do and that I wouldn't have time for it or whatever. And I think he got upset with me for not helping him, but I had other work to do.
And how did that make you feel?
I actually felt bad that I couldn't help him, but at the same time, he's in college and he needs to learn how to be responsible himself.
That's a good point. We all have to learn to do our own work. So do you feel like it was more of a negative effect on you versus being positive, or did you find it helpful at all?
It was kind of like mixed feelings. Like I felt that it helped me a little bit, but I still felt kind of bad.
Okay. So in essence, you don't really feel like. Do you feel like this would have helped you at all? Practicing being able to approach your mother.
Not really, and especially after talking to my mom tonight, hearing how my brother has been talking to her and everything. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like she's had enough criticism and enough of people telling her everything that she's doing wrong. So, I don't know, I feel like I can deal with it because she's taking on more than I am anyways.
So right now you feel like it's better not to say anything to her, but just based on what's going on with her, which is understandable. But I do know that we have created this as a goal for you to be able to one day actually explain to her how you feel about the situation, and not in the essence that you don't want to be there for her, but just to make it a little easier for you to deal with the whole situation that's at hand. How about, I was thinking today that we could actually do a little bit of role playing to help you practice actually talking to your mom about the situation and just being able to see how you would respond if she had a negative response or if she had a positive response. Would you like to do that?
Sure.
You don't have to if you don't want to. I mean, this is just an option. It's up to you.
Well, I don't know. I've kind of gone over it in my mind, and I mean, I know how she would react, and the hardest part about it for me isn't how she would react or that she would get upset with me. It's the fact that I know that it would hurt her, because she feels like I'm one of the only ones that understands what she's going through and isn't judging her. And I feel like if I came straight out and told her that I didn't want her talking to me about her problems anymore, that it would just, I don't know, it would just hurt her really bad, and I wouldn't want to do that.
So is that how you feel, that you don't want her to tell you her problems anymore?
I do, but I don't. Like, I want her to feel like she can trust me, but at the same time, it's really overwhelming knowing all the details and knowing everybody that's being hurt and everything that's being said.
It sounds like you want to be there, but there's a bit of a boundary issue with everything that's going on, because like you stated earlier, it's kind of like you feel like you've taken the place of a friend versus just a child. Okay. So since you feel like you're not ready, in essence, to actually tell your mother, what's going on because of everything, all the new, or everything that's just now happened, what do you want, what would be good for you right now? What is it that you like to happen right now?
Well, at this point in time, I feel like if my mom is confiding in me, then I need someone else to confide in at the same time. Like, I feel bad because I don't want to burden my friends with the same thing that's burdening me. But because I'm getting like such a big group of friends, I think it's good because I'm not overwhelming just one person with everything. Like I can talk to different people, and so if I can't talk to my mom and tell her, exactly what I'm thinking, then I feel like it's good for me to have like a good support group behind me to help me deal with everything.
And it sounds like you have that, because like you said, you've developed a great, big group of friends who you can actually talk to them about the stuff. They do know what's going on, which is definitely good. I want to do go over like an eco map with you. And basically what the eco map is we'll have this circle here that represents you. We'll put your name in the middle because we believe that you are the center of your world. And then we'll have a couple bubbles around you, or we can make as many as is necessary around you. And these represent the different things and or people that are affecting your situation right now. So these could be good people or good things, or they can be bad, they can be in between, whatever you may feel that they are. And what we'll do is we'll make a straight line represent the positive, or people who are positive influence or they're helpful to you right now. We'll use a dotted line to represent people who, or people or things, organizations, that might make you feel stressful. And yeah, we'll use those two lines. Yeah, so as you see, the positive and the positive and the stressful. So can you tell me about the people and or things that are impacting your situation the most at this point?
Positively or negatively?
Either one.
Like people that are adding stress to my life. One of them would probably be my brother.
Okay. Is that Joel?
Yes.
Okay.
Schoolwork is pretty stressful on top of everything else. My roommate is helping me positively.
Okay.
Sports are helping me positively. My sister Marcy is helping me positively. My cousin Allie is helping me positively. My parents' situation is affecting me negatively, but I don't know if it's like, it's not one person over the other. Like, it's not my mom that's affecting me negatively, and it's not my dad that's affecting me negatively. Mm-hmm. It's just the situation.
Yeah, it's not the individual, it's just what's happening. Okay. 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 Anything else?
Just the group of friends that I have here.
And that's positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay. Anything else?
Having devotions is helping me positively. I think that's all I can think of right now.
Okay, so, I mean, on a general basis, you have a lot of positive things, which should be really encouraging. But there are just a few things here that are negative, but they seem to have very big impact. They kind of seem to, I know from what I observed, they seem to have a bigger impact than the support system. Am I right, or am I just?
Yeah.
And have you thought about why, or what could be making them more impacting than just more impacting than the support that you have, or why it could be more draining than the support that you have?
Well, especially with my family problems, I think it's because it's the fact that it's my family and it's so important and personal to me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So being your family just makes it more. And I know we've talked a little bit about the fact that these people, like your roommate and your sister or your cousin and your friends, people that you could talk to about what's going on. How else do you think that they can help you better deal with this? Because I know that's one of the things you were saying that you kind of want to be able to cope, or being able to unload when your mother kind of, I guess, throws everything on you. Mm-hmm. How else can they be of support to you? Or what could they do that could be helpful to you?